all about respect, no trouble. We're all about respect, no trouble. We're all about respect, no trouble. We're all about respect, no trouble.
What's your name, first and last name?
Jayla Brenneman.
Jayla Brenneman. Jayla Brenneman, what do you think about when you hear the word compassion?
Kindness.
My name is Malachi Delwaller, and I think compassionate means being really nice to someone.
I think compassion means being nice to someone. When you're like mad and when you're great, you can walk and take a deep breath.
Ready? Okay, inhale. Exhale. Yes, say it loud. Caring. Caring. So, compassion is when we show that we care for somebody.
Good morning, everybody. We'd like to welcome everyone to our beautiful school with our beautiful kids this morning. We'd like to welcome you to Jacob. It is so exciting to be kicking off the Compassionate Schools Project here at Jacob Elementary School. My favorite motto and our favorite motto here at Jacob this year is building a compassionate city, one school at a time. And we are so excited to be kicking that off for Mayor Fisher and his incentive in regards to a compassionate city. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Mayor Fisher to the podium.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Fisher. You guys are awesome. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here with you guys, and we have been talking about the Compassionate Schools Project now for 2 years almost, and to see it starting, this is really something. So, and to see it starting here in particular with you guys, I mean, we could potentially change the world. What do you think about that? Well, that'd be pretty strong. That's some pretty good work. So I really want to thank everybody for joining us here today. In particular, I want to thank the kids. I mean, you guys are in school, but this is all about you. So thank you all for being here, and you're looking good. I was so impressed yesterday, Superintendent Hargens, with the first day of school, JCPS. Everything went so well, and you all were so organized. It wasn't surprising, but just a world-class way to start a school year. What did you all think about yesterday, the first day of school? Thumbs up? Yeah, all right. Well, good job to all the JCPS and the whole team here, the staff, everybody, the teachers. It was really wonderfully done. This project we're announcing here today really is an outgrowth of a love for the value of compassion, which means helping everybody reach their full potential. And many of the conversations that have been taken place in the community over the years, but in particular, an outgrowth of conversation that Owsley Brown, this good-looking guy over here that's waving at you, and I had about how can we build a more compassionate city in Louisville. And the thought was, well, we've got to start with our youngest citizens. Who are our youngest citizens here in town? Maybe you guys? Maybe you guys? Yeah, you're our youngest citizens. So let's start and invest with you guys so you can help going about changing our city. Because we got 3 big values in the city. One is lifelong learning, so you guys are a big part of that. With what you do, that means getting a good education and being a healthy city. And then, of course, the third is being an even more compassionate city. And that's what this program pulls together. And so to do that, we needed strong partnerships at the same time. So we're here today for a really exciting formal announcement, and that is I am thrilled to announce that Louisville and our Jefferson County public school system will serve as the national site for the Compassionate Schools Project. This is an $11 million health and wellness project that is funded through private donations from enlightened and very generous individuals, companies, and foundations who really believe in the future of you guys. And there's nothing that's a greater compliment than that. This is an incredible level of generosity and support, and it's certainly a wonderful thing to see how people believe in our future and they're willing to invest in it by changing our education system and seeing how you guys can do as much as you can do in your life with your potential. Now, Dr. Hargens and Dr. Tolan are going to describe the project in more detail, but essentially what's happening this year is that we're piloting a curriculum in 3 JCPS elementary schools. And you guys, you guys are on the leading edge. So your all school has been identified as a great place to do that, kind of representing all the potential of our city here. And this program was developed by national experts, so you're getting the very best. And this team is from the University of Virginia's Curry School of Education. They specialize not only in education, but child development and behavioral science as well. And obviously, you guys are going to be one of their partners this year. Now, let me tell you why this is so important. To help all of our citizens reach their potential, and I look at you guys as citizens, you've got to start with education. Because we call education is the great equalizer. You guys, when you guys get a good education, you can do anything that you want in the world. But it's got to start through the classroom. That's really where the opportunity is. So we want to give you every opportunity that you can to get a great education to reach your potential. So the way this is going to work is that in addition to the core academic subjects that you have, you're going to be learning some new skills, how to better manage your emotions and your interactions with people around you. And the curriculum includes lessons so that you can better understand yourself through self-awareness and mindfulness to help with self-control. If you feel like stressed, do any of you guys ever feel stressed? Really? Okay, well, when you're feeling stressed, say to yourself, I choose not to be stressed. How about that? See how that works. Stress something you can choose, so choose not to be stressed. Say, I'm still going to do my best, but I'm not going to be stressed out about it. So this will help you manage that. Also, a lot of it's about taking care of your body, so exercise and contemplative movements to improve physical awareness and agility, so that'll help you be more athletic. Nutrition for healthy eating so that you can look more fit and be healthy, and then social and emotional skills at the same time. So we're on a mission to make sure that you guys can be everything that you can be, and this program is going to help with that, this initiative, in a very big way. How this is going to benefit the city and other JCPS is this going to create an unprecedented amount of information that will help us increase learning even further. So it's a big partnership between JCPS, that's you guys here, through Jacob, Metro Government, so your city government, and the University of Virginia. And we're really happy from our team, our friends from UVA, that Louisville was chosen as the only city here in the country to do this. So it's quite an honor. And it wouldn't have happened without the unparalleled support and leadership of a lot of our community members. But first and foremost is Owsley Brown over here, who's been a longtime friend of mine and is a wonderful thought leader, but also a man with a heart as big as this city. And his goal is to help as many folks as he can. And you know what he asks for in return? Just wants you to do your best. Nothing. That's all. Just said, let's do what we can so we can lift not just you all up, but lift the city up as well in a very enthusiastic way. So our goal is real simple with the Compassionate School Project. And let's imagine a few things, what the result of this is. Imagine a classroom where every student is really excited to be there and really engaged. Everybody's listening. Everybody's working. Everybody's collaborating. And imagine a classroom where what happens for a few hours a day is that students not only learn about the world, but you start learning more about yourself too. How you can be a better student and a better brother or better sister. You learn to understand all the gifts that you all have, as well as the gifts of the people around you. And to show that appreciation that we're all connected with each other and that we can all help each other at the same time. And imagine a classroom where there's not any discipline problems. Are there any discipline problems in any of your all's classrooms? Nope. Not so far, huh? Well, so imagine that, where everybody was getting along with each other just great. And if two kids did disagree about something, they just work it out quietly in conversation. No big deal. And they treat themselves and their teachers with respect each and every day. So we've got a lot of classrooms that look like that right now, but what we want to do is teach every young person in JCPS and all of the teachers are trained that way as well. So we work together in wonderful harmony so that we can just learn as much as we possibly can. Okay? So that's what this is all about, untapping the vast amount of potential that you all have. We're so happy to have you guys here in our community, and that you all are chosen as one of the first 3 schools in the world, in the history of the world, to ever go through something like this. Okay? So congratulations. We'll be back, and y'all are going to be experiencing this every day. But our team over here from UVA and our funders and Dr. Hargens and everybody else, we'll be checking in from time to time. So on behalf of the whole city, we're really proud of you all. And I just want to say thanks to the whole Jacobs team for being such a super important part of lifelong learning here in our city. Thanks, everybody. Now let's hear from a lady that's got a really important job. Superintendent Donna Hargens is over all of Jefferson County Public Schools. Imagine being responsible for the education and safekeeping of 1,000 young leaders every day. So please welcome Dr. Hargens.
We are so lucky to be in Louisville, Kentucky, and to be in this great city. And Mayor Fisher actually participated hands-on in day 1. He did announcements at Butler High School, and he tagged bus riders at Kenwood Elementary. So thank you, Mayor, for making day 1 so great. And we're very lucky. And Principal Terry, thank you for having us here. And Rodriana, who guided me down here, she's a great ambassador for Jacobs. So congratulations to Jacob Elementary. And you know, the mayor's vision and Owsley Brown III's vision of what we need to be as a city aligns perfectly. Our vision is that all JCPS students, all of you, graduate prepared to reach your full potential and to contribute to society throughout life. So this Compassionate Schools project fits exactly. It's actually a project that will help you reach your full potential and will help you give back to the community, because it will teach you things like how to be empathetic, and it will build within you the capacity to self-regulate and to make appropriate choices. So this is really focused on integrating what you learn. And as you said, we're talking about 6 big things in Jefferson County this year, and one of the 6 big things is the Compassionate Schools Project. So as you came up upon this school, you noticed a big banner that says New for 15-16. Jacob Elementary is part of that. So every day, students are going to practice basic self-awareness and self-regulation techniques. So you can learn to calm yourself when you breathe. You can learn to focus and monitor by listening to the sound of a bell. So you will learn things like mindful awareness. So I know some teachers are telling students, pay attention. But what does that really mean? By practicing mindful awareness, you will learn that attention is a skill. You will also learn that when your minds wander, and come on, everybody's mind wanders, it's just what the brain does. So you will be able to learn how to redirect your attention when it wanders to the work at hand. In 4th and 5th grade, students are going to learn about about stress and how it affects your ability to learn, but how to manage it, as the mayor said. So you can learn that when you get nervous and start to lose focus before a test, you can manage it by stretching and taking deep breaths. And you can also learn that when you talk about your day and you laugh about your day, that can help prevent stress in the future. So we're all interconnected and interdependent. We rise and fall together. So we all have a stake in creating a compassionate community and city. So the Compassionate program is going to not only help Louisville, but it's going to make a mark nationally and internationally. It is the subject of the largest study ever. So you're going to learn to focus so that you can be more successful. And we know that non-cognitive skills can be taught. They can be learned. Self-regulation and empathy are critical to learning. And that will put all of these amazing students at Jacob and throughout Jefferson County on an amazing path to success. So I really looked around the room, and I looked at Rodriana and all of you and thought, I think there is a professor in the room. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Tolan, who's a professor at UVA, who's going to talk about the project. But Professor Tolan, I think you're going to have some future professors in the room, for sure. So thank you, and Dr. Tolan.
So I teach. I try to teach people about how to be teachers and how to think about what will help kids learn. So all these people back, turn around and look behind you. See all these people that are here to help you learn? They go to universities. This is what you're going to do someday. You're going to go to a university. And they learn how to be the best teachers they can be, or the best newsman, or the best mayor, or the best city council leader. And they learn how to take care of the city. And that's what we're going to, and that's what I work at a place, a university, where we try and teach about that. And we try to think about the best way to help the people become the kind of people they want to become. And that's why we're here. So I'm from Virginia. Does anybody here know where Virginia is? It's that way. It's over there. It's a little ways away. And I'll tell you why I'm here, because you guys live in a very special place. Do you all know that? What do you know? Do you know what's special about it? Okay, look at the person to your left. All right, look at the person to your right. Now turn around and look behind you. Behind you. All right. That's what makes this special. Look over here and look at all these people here that are here to help you learn, to take care of you, and do what the mayor said, which is become the best person you can be. All right? Don't be anybody else. Be the best person you can be. And that's why I'm here, because I want to see if we can help make that possible so that every one of you becomes the kind of person this city needs so it stays special. This is the kind of place where people get things done, where people take care of things. And that's who you are. That's who you're going to become. And that's why we're here. And so I want to tell you a little bit about the project, because what I do is I try to find out what works, and that's what we're doing here. And that's why we're very glad to be here, because the moment I got in touch with people from Louisville and was introduced to them, it's been, how can we work on this? How can we do this? What can we make happen here? Because this is important. This is the kind of things that are going to make a difference for the future of Louisville and for these very, very important youngest citizens. This is about giving not just to Louisville and Jefferson County and to Kentucky, but to students throughout the country and perhaps throughout the world, a chance to have the kind of skills we know they need for the coming world. We all know, us people who are older, we know how much the world has changed in our lifetime, and it's going to continue to change. And what we need to do is prepare you all for tomorrow's world. And that's what this project is about. It's about 21st century health skills, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your emotions, taking care of your neighbor. Look at the person next to you. That's your neighbor, taking care of them. That's what this is about. What we're trying to do here is take what we've learned over 30 years of brain science and educational research and say, what is it that we really need to make sure children have that we aren't covering otherwise? And if we cover it, it will make a big difference for them and for the city. And that's what we've done. And we put it into a curriculum, and we've begun working with a school system that has a vision to say, this is the way we want to educate our children. And also, we want to test this very carefully. And so that's why I'm here, to help test out and see how this can work. So this is the first time, as everybody's mentioned, really in history, and the first time in this country, that a school system has said, put together these skills into one curriculum to give to elementary school children so they'll grow up with it and it'll be a part of their lives and it'll be skills they can take with them and beyond. And that's why we call it the Compassionate Schools Project. Do you all have heard about the mayor talk about compassion? How many people have heard about this before from the mayor? Compassion. We were talking about compassion earlier, about being kind, about caring, about thinking about others, thinking about yourself. That's why we're calling it the Compassionate School Project, because it's part of the city's core values and because compassion allows us to take care of ourselves and to take care of others. We think that this is a major leap forward towards what we call 21st century health and wellness skills. That means that we believe these skills, and there's good reason to believe this based on prior research and on lots of experience in education, that these are the skills that are going to help you not only learn, but also be able to take care of things at home, take care of your family, be good brothers and sisters, and as you grow up, to be good teachers, good mayors, good newsmen, good business people, whatever it is that you become. And so our plan is for the next 2 years is to do a 50-school study where half the schools get the Compassionate Schools curriculum 2 times per week as part of their regular practical living class, and half will continue to have the existing programming. We'll introduce the curriculum this year in 3 schools, Jacob being one of them. Thank you, Principal Terry and the staff for all of this. So we can make sure that as we start to introduce it, we're really fit it to this system so that we're really doing it in a way that works for Louisville and for the citizens of Louisville. And we've also gone around and gotten the best people in the world, the experts, to give us advice. And so some of you may have heard of people like Daniel Goleman, who developed the theory of emotional intelligence and has been, that we found is critical for successful functioning. What that means is not just that how you think, but how your emotions occur and how you make use of your emotions and how you take advantage of understanding your feelings well, to be able to make good decisions and to be able to get along and to be able to settle problems and to be able to focus your attention so you can learn. Or Richard Davison, who is a neuroscientist who does brain scans to look at how these kinds of activities change the way we think and change our ability to be calm and to be focused, things that we know are critical for learning. And Dean Ornish, one of the world's leading experts on making healthy food choices. So we've been able to get these people involved because they see how important Louisville is, how important you are, and how much promise there is in this program. And also we've gathered experts from right here in Louisville. Gilbert Liu from the University of Louisville Medical School is on our advisory board. He's the head of pediatric services there. And also we've been working with people from University of Louisville, which have been much like the city and much like the school system, has been very welcoming, very cooperative, and that's most appreciated. And as you can tell, and I'm not the kind of guy who gets very excited about very many things. I'm pretty much like this all the time. But I'm really excited about this because this really is about changing things. And this really is about something that makes a difference. This is something that's going to mean that the way you get to become the person you want to be, you're going to have skills that can help you with that. And you're going to find yourself, you're not going to have to get into trouble or get into conflicts, or you're going to be able to focus even when you're a little bit tired or some adult's been talking for a little too long. You're still going to be able to keep your focus. So the Compassionate Schools Project is a project that's meant to test in the real world, what can we really do to make this different? And there's a couple of other things I want to say that's important. This is funded by private philanthropy, and JCPS obviously is playing a huge role and has been very supportive and very focused on this and helpful and every step of the way, as has the city and many of the leading citizens in the community. We're excited to say that over 25 schools have asked already to be involved in this, and to make clear that an important part of this is though everybody wants it and we'd like to give it to everybody, what's really important is that we learn how does this work, what are the benefits, so we can tell not only for the future of Louisville, but for the future of kids all over across the country and elsewhere, what does this do and why should it be used and how can you best do this. So I want to thank every school that's going to participate, the school system, you all for being here this morning, everybody for the support. And now I'm going to hand the podium back over to the mayor, and we look very much forward to the opportunity to continue to work with you over the next few years.
Rodriana, would you come up here for a minute and help me? We've got 2 more speakers. David, I'm going to ask you to come up. I have a few questions for you, and then Alice's going to call. But we need a little break here, okay? Because we're going to have 2 more speakers. So when you guys want to have a break, do you ask everybody to get up and stretch or something like that? So take a little break. Okay, would you lead us in something like that? So would everybody get up and for a minute, and then Rodriana's going to show us how to stretch out because we got a few more minutes here. So if y'all step up. Okay. Okay, all right, look, do what she's doing. Wiggle your arms a little bit. Ah, yeah, pull your arm. Ah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. Touch your toes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They're ready now? Okay, let's hear it for Adriana. Way to go. All right. Well, he wasn't planning on speaking, but I wanted to ask a few questions to this young man over here. This is our Metro Council President, David Tandy. And so we call him, since he's the president, I call him Mr. President. But he's got some kids here in JCPS as well. And he's a lawyer. He went to Vanderbilt University, then he went to the University of Kentucky Law School. Some people think he's a jockey at Churchill Downs, but he's not a jockey. What sport do y'all think he played? How could you tell? How could you tell? But he does a great job leading. But he's got 3 kids. So tell us a little bit about your experience with JCPS, what you think about the Compassionate Schools Project. We just appreciate you being here today.
No problem. Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to say, actually, the mayor and I were thinking along the same lines. I wanted to first start off by saying to Dr. Harkins, as a consumer of your product, I appreciate the way that the first day of school went off. My oldest daughter is at Mazik, a 6th grader at Mazik Middle School. So she got on the school bus for the first time. And so my wife and I were trying to be the cool parents, not, helicopter over your kid at the bus stop. So we watched from afar, but buses ran the way they were supposed to, got them to and from, and so we appreciate that. I will also will say that every day, I said that actually this morning, that we are sending up prayers for our students, our bus drivers, our teachers, our faculty and staff of all of our schools, and for our parents, that this year would be a tremendous year. And that people will get to and from school safely, and that every day that you seize the opportunity that's presented to you. If I were to say to you as students, if you had the opportunity to get unlimited gifts every day, any present that you want, any toy that you want, if I were to take you to Toys R Us and say you can go nuts in Toys R Us every day and get whatever toy you wanted, would you take advantage of that? You wouldn't take it. You wouldn't get any toy you could. All right? Some would, some wouldn't. Here's what I want you to remember about when you go to school. So I'm going to talk to you just like I talk to my own kids, okay? Every day you go to school, it's a gift, all right? And you have the opportunity to take advantage of learning anything that you want to each and every day when you're at school. Take advantage of that opportunity, because as you get older, those opportunities may not come to you, but everything that you get a chance to learn to do right now, do it. And don't be afraid to try something and fail, okay? I know a lot of times we take tests and we think that I got to make perfect scores every time. Life is not that way, okay? You're going to try some things and it's not going to work out for you, but that's okay. Especially right now, try things in school. Try a different subject. Try a different language. Go talk to somebody that you may not have known before, because you never know what you're going to get out of that conversation or out of trying that experience. Your mind will be open, a new experience will be given to you, and you'll be the better for it. Now, as it relates to this Compassionate Schools program, what you're going to be learning, I know a lot of times you're going to go through school and you're going to be saying, why am I studying this? What do I have to know? Why do I need to know 2 + 2 = 4? Why do I need to know the capital of Virginia? Sometimes you're going to be asking yourself those questions. This program, when we're talking about learning about how to control your own emotions, how to get along with other people, how to treat other people with respect, those are skills that you're going to use throughout the rest of your life. And my hope is that you'll learn these skills and that you will be a leader in your household, in your community, and in your neighborhoods. Because whether you realize it or not, you're not the leaders of tomorrow, you're the leaders of right now. And you have the ability to even change the way that your parents or your mom or dad or your grandparents think about things and look at the world. Because they will look at the world differently because they see them now through your eyes and through your example. If you eat right, they'll eat right. If you treat others with respect, they'll treat others with respect. And so as much as we as adults try to teach you, you have the opportunity to be able to teach us. And so that's what we want you to take advantage of. All of us on the Metro Council, Mary Ann Butler in particular, who's in council district we sit in, we all want you to take advantage of this opportunity, to seize it and to be the leaders that we know that you are in your own special way. Okay, well, y'all promise to do that for me? All right, thank you so much.
All right, good man. All right, now we're going to close with somebody that's just a great citizen. Does anybody know what a citizen is? What's it? Well, yes, sir. What's the opposite of a bystander? You're kind of in the neighborhood. If you're just watching something go down and not doing anything, what's the opposite of that? Somebody that gets very engaged, happy. How about involved? Right? That's what you were thinking about. So somebody that says, you know what, I'm going to make a difference. Have any of you all ever done that before? Said, you know what, I'm tired of the way it is. I'm going to do something. You've done that, haven't you? How's it feel? Pretty good. Well, our next and final speaker is a gentleman named Owsley Brown, who's a tremendous citizen, who's kind of saying, how can I help make the world a better place? How can I get engaged and involved? And how can I put together all these things I've learned throughout my whole life and all the people that I know so that if I can connect them all together, something really magical can happen? And there's not many people that are in a position to do that. And some that are don't do anything. So we've got a really special man here that's really is helping our city and our state and our country in an extraordinary way. So he's the guy that we have to thank for all this coming together today. So please welcome our final speaker, Mr. Owsley Brown.
Well, hello, Jacob Elementary. Good to see you all. And what an honor it is to be here before you. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, for those incredible introductory remarks and for being here today. It's so inspiring to be with you, and with you, Superintendent Hargens, and with you, President Tandy, and Principal Terry. It is just a joy, and with everybody else connected with Jacob, this is an amazing moment for me personally. As it has been said, I'm connected to this project and am playing the role of fundraiser. So I want to just say what an honor it is to be able to play that role, and on behalf of all the people across the country who have already been in active support of this project, I want to say for them too, as I know they would if they were here, what an honor it is to be connected to this exciting project. And also to say that it is really only possible that this is happening at all by way of the work that has gone on in this city and in this school system for so many years and decades that has created such a sense of possibility. So it is really upon the shoulders of those who have invested from this community into this school system that the Compassionate Schools Project is possible. So to all of you who have led the way, thank you as well. And I think really the main thing that I want to say is that this situation is undeniably an invitation to any person who cares to think about really getting involved and being active in a situation that surely will benefit from any kind of support that it can be given. And so I think the Compassionate Schools Project is that invitation in a very overt way, and I think it is a clear opportunity to invest in something very specific, very precise, very unique, being called out by leading experts in the field of education as something that would be of great value, and something that is not only going to be valuable here in Louisville, but is truly something that would be replicable all around the country, and in that sense, very timely when we think about public education in this country. So with that, I just again want to say a huge thank you to Jacob and to JCPS for this amazing possibility. It's a great honor to be connected with the Compassionate Schools Project. You can count on me doing my very best to spread the word far and wide, and to make sure that this project is as successful as I know we all hope it will be.